So I recently joined the National Advancement Party of Canada as a member. They're not paying me or anything to promote them. I was just surfing the internet and I came across their page. I did some more research. I got into their policies. I got into their values, and I thought I really like what these guys are about. So got a bit more information and then I joined the party. So here I am. Let me tell you a little bit about what sold me, and we'll see if you agree or not. It's fine either way. Share in the comments. Let's talk about it. So what I really like about the National Advancement Party of Canada is they believe that the federal government should represent the Canadian people first and foremost in every decision they make. So right now the current system is the federal government are weighing the pros and cons of other countries' interests and foreign people's interests and weighing those with how it benefits our people and kind of weighing that to make things equal. So we're firmly opposed to that. We don't think that's the federal government's job. The federal government should represent the Canadian people. So that's not to say that we disrespect people who dedicate their lives to helping the world or helping foreigners, especially poor foreigners in other countries. That stuff is great. We just don't think that's the job of the federal government. That's sort of like hiring a lawyer to defend you or represent you in a certain instance, and then the lawyer looks over the case and makes the decision, oh, what's best for society and what I should say. No. Your lawyer's job should represent you. Your federal government should represent you. That's how we think the system should be played out. So let me address the negative stigma attached to the word nationalism. I'm not going to ignore that or pretend like it doesn't exist. So nationalism is tied to some pretty bad things in some other countries, European countries, places like that. But that's because being a 100% member of those countries is very different than, being a part of the nation of Canada. So of course nationalism more than any other party is going to be very, very strongly tied to the country that it's from, just by definition. So there's many European countries where to be considered a 100% member of that society, it's going to depend on your race, your ethnicity, your religion, your wealth, stuff like that. That's 100% completely foreign to what makes you 100% Canadian. So to be 100% Canadian, you have to have equal respect for everyone. You need to think that hard work should get you ahead. We're a compassionate country. We'd like to give away to people based on their needs and help people that are the most vulnerable in society, not based on race or religion. We're not going to give money to people based on their gender, stuff like that. So that's what makes us the National Advancement Party of Canada, is we really embrace the national values, the stuff we all grew up with in school. So there are those traditional left-right issues that people have different opinions on. We're not as strongly united as we are about, say, mutual respect. So stuff like the budget. The National Advancement Party of Canada's views align with the Canadian people. So the Canadian people were very strongly against the most recent Liberal budget. We don't think that it's fair to be spending billions and billions of dollars and saying that future generations are going to have to find a way to pay for the interest, and actually maybe they can pay for the debt at some point. So we would be more fiscally conservative in that sense. So in terms of social freedoms, we believe that it's not the government's job to tell people what they can and they can't do, especially if they're not imposing on other people's rights. So the current system is more or less fine. It's trending in a kind of scary direction where rights are potentially going to be imposed upon. We would absolutely never do that. In fact, we would scale down a few of the restrictions in some of the areas. Very, very moderate changes. You can find that information on the policy website. I'm not going to go into all the specifics. That's not the goal of this video. So in a nutshell, that's why I really like the National Advancement Party of Canada. It makes sense. I'm Canadian, so of course I embrace Canadian values. So let me know in the comments below. What do you like? What don't you like? What questions do you have? Let's get a good conversation going. Thanks for watching.